So I think the diagnosis of celiac disease as well as the treatment is really clear cut as far as what has happened and what you need to do to change what has happened. I think what can get confusing is the pathophysiology of celiac disease. And so the summary that I put in the previous slide is telling you exactly what's going on, but it can be a little bit hard to understand. So when I look at that, I read that basically in my situation, the HLA-DQ2, the HLA-DQ8 need to be present in order for me to have the inflammatory response that I do to gluten. But the gluten also has to be present. And so does the TG2, and so do my T cells. So, with all four of those parts, that is what is going to create this inflammatory response from my body. And those antibodies are going to stay heightened because it's an autoimmune disorder. And they're going to see gluten as a threat to my body. And this is what caused a lot of my symptoms and a lot of the symptoms in other people suffering. So I really like this next slide because it gives a start to finish process of gluten introduced into the body and the gluten stimulating a response by the HLA-DQ cells, as well as the T cells, as well as the B cells, and then the end result of the damage that they cause in the small intestine. And that damage, that constant inflammation, is what kills or damages the villi on the small intestine. This results in our small intestine not having those little finger-like processes that are so important in absorbing all those nutrients, all those vitamins from food that is passing through the small intestine, which is such an integral part in our immune system and our body's functions. So that pathophysiology made sense to me from start to finish when I kind of look at this next slide and really see what's going on and the damage that it can do to the intestine.